What's up, guys?
What to do? Shlimes, SNOILLIBS, and back again with another
reaction video.
Yes, sir. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, please do yourself a favor and subscribe because you're not gonna be disappointed.
Yes, so without wasting our time, guys, today we're reacting to why the music industry is terrified of BTS.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
By Boracity Magazine.
Yes, sir.
We're wasting our time. Let's get into it.
On April 3rd, Jimin of BTS became the first South Korean soloist to debut at #1 on the world's biggest music chart, the Billboard Hot 100. His song Like Crazy became the 7th song ever by a Korean act to reach #1. The other 6 songs are BTS's songs. So all of the Korean songs that reach #1 are from BTS and BTS members only. Actually, all the songs from Asian artists that debuted at #1 are from BTS and BTS members only. And believe it or not, this is extremely scary for the music industry. Since BTS entered the Hot 100's top 10 for the first time in 2018, the music industry has done everything in their power to prevent them from getting #1 songs. But why does BTS keep succeeding despite literally being one of the most sabotaged artists in the industry? And why would all these music entities work together to harm one artist? Isn't this simply paranoia from BTS fans? The industry's actions say something very clear. BTS cannot be at the top, and they don't try to hide this anymore. Everyone can see the industry's obvious intentions by looking at the times they come up with a weird new rule that prevents BTS from succeeding in their charts. Just look at the latest one. Jimin's song Like Crazy got a #1 in its first week, and it was predicted to stay in the top 10 for its second week. Jimin was achieving the same debut numbers of Olivia Rodrigo, but without the industry support. And this obviously was not the industry's plan. So Billboard decided to change one specific rule that benefits Jimin, so him and only him can fall from the charts, and the rest of it stays exactly the same. It's still unknown what Billboard did exactly to make the best-selling song of the week go from 100,000 sales to 14,000 sales. Maybe Billboard didn't just want Jimin to not be in the top 10, they wanted him to free fall. So why filter 60% of the song's sales so we can fall from the top 10 when you can cut 90% of the song's sales and make him have the biggest fall ever? Maybe they didn't just want to take his accomplishment away, they wanted to send a message. They wanted to show who is really in charge, not the fans consuming the music, but the industry itself. This is not the first time they've done this. Whenever they want a song to fall on the charts, they apply a new rule that applies to one artist, and then they forget about this rule for the following weeks until once again an artist they don't want to be at the top is at the top. So they apply one specific rule that can help them fall. Allegedly, of course, because the only explanation to delete 90% of a song's sales is for Luminate, which tracks these numbers, to track each payment by looking at IP addresses and credit card information, and that's illegal and Billboard would never, of course. So why would the whole industry go out of their ways to prevent one artist from succeeding? BTS's biggest advantage and disadvantage is that they are successful without the industry's support, and the industry has built an environment where you can only win if you accept to play the industry's game. In other words, the industry chooses its winners from the very beginning and sabotages other players who find alternative ways to defeat others at their own game. I would say that the biggest artists who do this are BTS, and it's because of ARMY's power. BTS is not simply a one-hit artist, they are at the core of pop culture. And they did this without industry support, not the K-pop industry support, not the Western industry support. BTS were able to get to the top of the music industry without the music industry making a profit out of them. That's why BTS are a problem. That's what the industry cannot stand. Just compare Psy's situation with BTS's situation. When Gangnam Style by Psy became globally popular, the music industry was not afraid of a Korean singer becoming popular in the West because everyone assumed it was a one-time thing. But when BTS became globally popular, the story was different. The Western industry was first okay with them being a one-hit artist. They were fine with BTS being the weird phenomenon that people will grow out of after some time. But when they didn't disappear and they actually started defeating Western artists, the music industry got worried.
When I first heard something Korean had exploded in America, I got worried.
The entertainment industry is usually happy to celebrate international and independent artists and scream diversity as long as one, it's a one-time thing, or 2, artists obey the industry's rules and give the industry some profit. The Oscars were fine celebrating Bong Joon-ho's movie because even though they don't profit from the movie's success, at least Bong Joon-ho is not an artist releasing multiple successful projects a year. Parasite was a one-time thing that indirectly could help his other movies from American production companies. The Emmys were happy giving Squid Games multiple awards because at least the show was being produced by Netflix and the actors were happy to accept offers from the Western industry. In other words, the Western industry got benefits from the success of a foreign series, so it was fine to celebrate them. Everything Everywhere All at Once was highly celebrated by the industry, but at the end of the day, it's an American movie by American directors, American writers, and American production companies. In the end, the movie's success is the American industry's profit. But singers are different because they constantly release music and their success can become constant support from fans. So an artist's success can rely on the fans more than it relies on the industry itself, and that is not something the industry wants. This is why a song like Despacito, which was already the most popular song worldwide before the Justin Bieber feature, was not recognized at all by Billboard or any other entity from the American music industry. They only accepted the song as a global success when Justin Bieber and his American label were involved and making a profit out of it. This is why the Billboard Music Awards were happy to invite Psy to their ceremony, but they never gave Gangnam Style, the biggest song of the year, a number 1. Many factors prevented Psy from achieving this. To start, Psy never left his Korean company to fully sign with an American label, so his music never got proper industry support. Also, at the time, Billboard didn't count YouTube views as streams, making it obvious how the charts didn't reflect what the public was actually listening to. Even to this day, and with many chart adjustments, the Billboard charts are just a reflection of the artists the industry wanted to succeed from the very beginning. Of course, there are exceptions like Gangnam Style, Old Town Road, and some organic TikTok hits. But how far they go and how far they'll keep being recognized depends on the artist's willingness to shake hands with industry people. And again, they don't care if you're a foreign artist, as long as they get to make a profit out of you. But if you don't comply with them, you will get your moment of fame and then be completely shut down from the music industry. Here's how they do it.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move.
The industry endorses its own artists on the streaming platforms like Spotify by applying multiple subtle methods. One way is by putting the artist's desire to succeed at the best spots of curated playlists. The biggest one is the Today's Top Hits playlist, which doesn't actually show today's top hits. That it's the ugly, colorless Top 50 playlist. Today's Top Hits is what Spotify wants to be the top hits. Millions of streams from the general public come from this playlist, so being a part of it, it's a vital part of a song's promotion. Spotify says that they decide which artists get to be at the top of the playlist or at the cover based on their intuition and expertise in music trends. But many find these arbitrary decisions suspicious, since Spotify loves giving this special treatment to certain artists from certain labels. To think that artists from certain powerful labels are paying their way to the cover of this playlist may not be a crazy thing to think. Spotify also takes advantage of the automatic autoplay feature. When you stop listening to an album you like, they will immediately play you a song they want you to stream. More recently, Spotify updated their homepage to a TikTok-like feed that lets you scroll down endlessly with songs and music videos being automatically played. So while some artists get millions of streams added because of passive streams from curated playlists and the accidental streams from the autoplay feature, BTS get millions of streams deleted because fandom behavior of willingly listening to a song every day is considered bot behavior. So if you compare BTS's unfiltered streams with their filter streams, you will find out that they are the ones with the highest rate of filter streams. Their streams get deleted more than any other artist. There are even days when their streams are cut in half. But Spotify is not the only platform doing this. Some of BTS's biggest waves of new fans came from YouTube. Their music videos get so many views that BTS started breaking every YouTube record imaginable, time and time again. So every time BTS broke a record, YouTube changed their algorithm to find ways to delete what they say are inorganic views. But it's pretty clear that their algorithms never worked properly. That's why they keep changing it every time BTS gets a new record. So just to talk about the latest YouTube algorithm change, I'm going to talk about the most successful music videos from a Korean act so far this year. According to YouTube, it's this video. But according to the massive wave of new BTS fans you can find on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube itself, it's On the Street by J-Hope of BTS featuring J. Cole and Like Crazy by Jimin of BTS. But both of these videos get millions of views deleted every day. It's common for YouTube to do this in the first 24 hours with every music video, since it's the day they get the most views. As days pass, fans stop mass streaming and YouTube stops deleting views. But this is BTS, so YouTube is still deleting their music video views today, weeks after they were released. You may still think that YouTube is just deleting fake views, but it's simply impossible for a random Jimin interview to get more views in its first hours than an official and anticipated Jimin music video. It's not crazy to believe that YouTube disproportionately deletes views on BTS's music videos specifically. Let's be logical for a second. These K-pop acts are not bigger than BTS, and that's okay. But it's not okay for BTS to get their views deleted every hour, while these other microscopical songs get views added because people are forced to stream their music videos as YouTube ads. On the other hand, because of these two videos, BTS recently received one of its biggest waves of new fans, probably the biggest since 2021. Yet YouTube wants us to believe that these are the real numbers.
Global takeover group BTS in the studio. There they are.
Probably the most fraudulent practice in the music industry is giving radio importance. At least with streaming platforms, there is this sense of autonomy. Streaming platforms may choose the artists they want to be at the top. They may recommend you their songs and music videos time and time again. They may even steal a stream from you because of their autoplay features and paid ads. But at least there are ways to fight this. Armies may not get BTS ads and recommendations, but they can look for the songs and videos themselves. Armies may not get all of their streams content, but at least the industry recognizes about half of them. But what has no solution except to pay is radio. Radio mysteriously chooses certain songs to get played and stays with those, giving them millions of radio spins and points to music charts that will give them a number one. But here you have Jimin of BTS, who has a number one song and millions of radio play requests by fans and still receives 0 points from radio. And this is not even a crazy foreign song that the American general public may reject. This is a mainstream yet nicely produced pop song in English. But this is just reality. It was not in the industry's plans or in their best interest to make Like Crazy popular. So when it happened, they once again pretended like BTS doesn't exist and continue sabotaging their songs. Life Goes On was another radio-friendly song by BTS that got a number one on the Hot 100, but they received a total of 6 spins on US radio. That's 0 points for music charts. Dynamite and Butter were number one songs in English by BTS that were played on the radio to an extent, but the number of spins were not enough to maintain their number one position. They were only able to stay on the top of the charts because people were streaming and buying their songs. That is the main difference with BTS's songs and the industry songs. If you take the millions of radio spins from the majority of the industry's promoted songs, they wouldn't only have bigger falls than BTS. They would simply not be in the chart at all. This is how the industry chooses their success stories from the very beginning. Mass radio play makes a song debut look more successful than what it actually is, and therefore it misleads and attracts the general public. If this doesn't work and the general public still rejects the song, the industry doesn't give up. Mass radio play makes an unsuccessful song stay in the charts with minimal sales and streams from real people. While this happens, songs like Jimin's, which literally got a number one and millions of people streaming and buying, will still not receive any radio spins. Radio doesn't care about how radio friendly the song is. They don't care about the millions of faithful listeners they will get if they play BTS music. They don't care about the most requested songs. The industry's plans are the industry's plans.
Every time you
The reason why many talk about the industry as a whole is because all of these music entities are interconnected one way or another. Artists and their labels know that being on the Billboard charts gives the illusion that the general public is listening to a song. And to get a #1 song on this chart, you need streams, sales, and radio play. So music labels, allegedly, pay for all of this radio play, fraudulent streams, and media play because they can be an investment for future real sales and streams. This can be an investment for real popularity and real listeners. If all of these investments fail to convince the general public and the label is bold enough, they will continue paying for these tactics to stay on the charts while no real people are streaming or buying the song. These failed industry promoted songs that no one is listening to will then be nominated for Grammys with the excuse that they care about quality and not popularity. These Grammys will then elevate the artist and the music label's reputation, and then they will get more money invested in them. This money will then be used to buy media play, radio play, streams, and the circle continues. If a massively promoted song or album is successful, the artist may get their investment money back, as well as the obvious Grammys. This will give the artist the most important factor to make money: reputation. Allegedly, music labels pay way more money to streaming platforms for promotion than they receive from streams. The money paid for radio spins can go from thousands of dollars to multi-million-dollar settlements. And getting this investment back as sales is not as common because buying music is not a popular enough practice amongst the general public. Musicians rarely make profit from their music. They earn money from advances, merchandise, royalties, licensing fees, and concerts. That's why that #1 is so important. That's why many would rather not make any profits now and get a Grammy later. It's like being influencers. Their actual content may not make a lot of profit, but the reputation and popularity of their name can get them fashion deals, commercials, and a time slot in a music festival. These are only examples, of course. There are many variables and outcomes. Sometimes artists invest in radio play and end up making a lot more money from sales or concerts. Sometimes an artist has a good relationship with the industry for years, and then they stop shaking hands with industry people and they receive 0 Grammy nominations for an extremely popular, critically acclaimed album. When it comes to BTS, the Western industry's main interest is ratings and social media engagement because that is direct money for the Western industry. BTS's 5 Grammy nominations are historic for a number of reasons, but their lack of wins show the obvious message the Grammys are trying to send them. You can't be invited so we have the ratings, but you are not our friends, so you won't win. In the end, the industry has the first and last say, and this doesn't only happen in the Western music industry. You won't believe how much the South Korean music industry tries to sabotage the only artist capable of bringing billions of dollars to their economy. Again, this is because BTS are not part of their elite. The 3 major music labels in South Korea control the entertainment industry. They have enough power to blacklist artists from independent labels like BTS and make the media downplay their achievements. There isn't a common practice of deleting sales like in American music charts, but what they would do is freeze the charts and then apologize for a technical error, so millions of BTS sales are not counted once again. This is how the different music entities inside each music industry are interconnected. They need one another to function. Sometimes they are one and the same. If you thought Billboard and Rolling Stone were at some point competing for who has the best charts, think about how they are both owned by Banks Media Corporation, which also owns Variety, Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, and an interest in music business worldwide. So if BTS is still the biggest group in the world, but they don't have a good relationship with the music industry, here you will have Guess Who, Billboard, Rolling Stone, Variety, and The Hollywood Reporter making a profit out of BTS by selling exclusive photo shoots while at the same time writing negative articles undermining their success. This person said something interesting. Billboard is nothing but an ad-selling business, the literal definition of a billboard. So why are you surprised the artists Billboard promoted since day one end up succeeding in the Billboard charts? Like I said, there are not many artists that make money from their music, but music sales are still an important factor to get a #1 song or album, so they will digitally sell their songs for cents and their albums for only a couple of dollars. This makes a lot of points for charts, but not so much money for the artist. They will also do the classic bundle album sales by selling concert tickets and different kinds of merch like t-shirts, socks, underwear, cups, lollipops, energy drinks, and even condoms, along with a copy of their album. Charts will then count these merch sales as album sales. However, BTS's main strategy to get their #1 albums and songs is to focus on music sales, real sales. BTS has never bundled their albums with any kind of merchandise or concert tickets. Their biggest sin, which the industry loves to point out, is the fact that they release a maximum of 4 versions of an album. But these were only special occasions. The norm for BTS is to release 2 versions of an album, something completely harmless if you compare it to the insane sales tactics by other music labels. Fans being encouraged to buy 2 or 4 versions of the same album because they come with a unique photo card is nothing compared to K-pop singers releasing 7 or 13 versions of the same album. BTS's 2 or 4 versions of an album don't have the purpose to maximize album sales, or they would be way cheaper. BTS's album versions are intended to actually make money, and their number of versions usually has something to do with the album's concept. If they think one version of an album is enough to capture the album's concept, then they will release only one version. If the album's concept works better in 2 opposite works, then they release 2 versions. It's as simple as that. Another common practice to maximize sales is to release remixes of a song. All of these remixes, sales, and streams will be combined and help the main song climb in music charts. BTS very occasionally releases multiple remixes of a song, and armies buy these remixes to help BTS stay on the charts, since they receive literally 0 points from radio and their streams are cut in half. But while BTS is being criticized by the industry for this remix tactic, other artists are celebrated and called smart and iconic for doing exactly the same. The industry and multiple fandoms think they are doing something by accusing armies of mass buying BTS albums and songs, without realizing that by doing so, they are admitting that the quote-unquote organic hits from the charts are there with industry support and not fandom support. The industry and multiple fandoms criticize and laugh at BTS for not having radio points, when they have no control over that. They will have to pay for that just like every other artist is doing. The industry and multiple fandoms criticize and laugh at armies for mass buying, when all they're doing is balance the unfair treatment by the industry. If BTS is not willing to pay for radio, which is illegal, or pay for playlisting in streaming platforms, then armies will buy every copy of BTS music available. BTS depends on their fandom and their fandom only. That's what terrifies the industry. BTS are able to stay on the charts while actually making money from their music. That money goes to the BTS members and their Korean label, while the Western music industry receives nothing. Even the distribution deal BTS has with an American label benefits BTS more than it benefits the American label. So the label prioritizes their actual signed artists and dismisses BTS. That's what makes the industry mad. That's why the industry has ridiculed them so much that fandoms have convinced themselves that BTS are the corrupt ones instead of being the against all odds winners in a corrupt industry. And this is beyond the industry being petty. Other fandoms are convinced that the general public's support is better than fandom support, because that is, according to the industry, organic success. But as you can see, there is nothing organic about these tactics. There is nothing organic about an industry choosing its own success stories and sabotaging the ones overcoming their unfair obstacles. What is organic is having a fan base of real people actually buying and streaming the music. You can see these millions of real people in sold-out stadium tours, something that the majority of the #1 artists and quote-unquote million sellers cannot accomplish. The general public may be tricked into streaming a song. They may follow a music trend on TikTok, but they are not always willing to buy expensive concert tickets. The general public moves on and forgets, but an army of fans is able to make an album or song successful without the artist paying for industry support. Real organic success is when an artist transforms the general public into fans, and that's what BTS does with every release. The fandom's numbers only go up. This is clearly reflected in the percentage of fans who consider themselves only ARMY. The majority of BTS fans are not K-pop fans. The majority of BTS fans are part of the general public. And this is easily understandable when you look at the fandom's waves of new fans and realize that they have nothing to do with K-pop and everything to do with BTS's performance. So why would an artist prefer the momentary passive support from the general public when they could have the constant constant, active support from a fandom. Why would artists prefer a theater or arena concert with people who only know their one or two TikTok hits instead of a sold-out stadium with people who know all of their songs? Why is constantly convincing the general public to be your fan not organic success? I think it's very hypocritical for fandoms to cry about how the charts have no meaning anymore every time BTS gets a number one. Yet they love celebrating the number ones from other artists who got there with weird tactics, to say the least. If now anyone can fool the charts and what BTS is doing is so easy, then why aren't more artists getting number ones only with sales? Why are the charts irrelevant only when BTS succeeds in them? And don't get me wrong, the charts are obviously corrupt. The obvious message they try to send every time BTS gets a number one shows how aware they are of their corruption. The obvious humiliation from the industry's actions and media articles show how the industry doesn't care at all about their little mafia getting exposed. They don't care because they know that the general public will keep falling for their tactics. The general public will still believe that a song they don't even like is organically successful because they've listened to it on the radio hundreds of times. The general public will still believe that their accidental monthly stream in Spotify doesn't count much. Fandoms will still believe that what's best for their favorite artist is the industry and the general public support, rather than their own fandom buying the music and concert tickets. But every time ARMY helps BTS succeed in the same music industries that sabotage them, they prove a point. And no matter what the industry does, BTS will make money with no American music label in between, and not shaking hands with industry people. No matter what the industry does, BTS will continue having the fandom support others fail to conquer.
Yes, sir. Just look at the support. Guys, no.
Even though you hate someone so bad, do you have to go to that extent?
No. For you to even pay money
to keep someone down.
No
wonder I've never heard any of their songs like singularly BTS playing on TV or radio unless there's an American feature in that song.
How did we find Jungkook?
Because of Kid Laroi.
Because of Kid Laroi and Central C. If it was not for that,
we're never going to know about BTS.
Honestly, this is wrong, guys.
This is too wrong. This is very rubbish. But it's good that they have a very supporting fan base, and that's what I just hope is they still get the last laugh at the end. I just hope ARMY grows more and more and supports them more, and that's why BTS is a very genuine group, and that's why they're prospering. Because imagine how is Blue Ivy getting a Grammy?
Bro,
there's Jamin, there's Jungkook, there's BTS giving out good music.
And on top of it, she just sang a few words.
Bruh, not even a paragraph. A sentence. And she got a Grammy. There's people out there like BTS giving out quality music. And they never got a Grammy. They get invited, they perform, they bring money to Grammy, and yet they don't get it.
Now I understand.
They're only using that for marketing. It's just a marketing strategy.
Have you realized even in music nominations, like you'll be surprised that this song actually got the award.
Like what? How did it get there?
Surpassing a song that was like song of the year. You could hear it everywhere, and then after you ask yourself, how is this song of the year? And the industry is just
I feel like Chris Brown is also going under the same thing.
I honestly feel the same.
Chris Brown, with all the hits he has made.
Party was a hit. I remember Party was everywhere. What's this? He has
done a lot and he only got one Grammy. And he's fighting against the industry.
Honestly,
the Grammys has its own favorite as well as the music industry based in the US. A lot of these, not just the US, but multiple, like TikTok is not US based, but yet they're still against ARMY.
Did you get the part where she mentioned that any foreign artist that makes a song
with
even though
give them the shine just because they know that they're not there to stay. BTS is here to stay, and that's what against they gave them a shine, and to their surprise, they saw BTS growing, and then that became a problem to them because why they were not going to benefit. And how they'll be like, how is this guy growing? And yet
without
our support. No, how is it growing in our space? It's growing in our space, and we are not benefiting from it.
Yeah.
So they're trying all their best to try cut them off, but ARMY's boosting them up.
And on top
you see, when you do genuine stuff, you'll always win at the end of the day. You will always win.
And also, if you're a foreign artist and your music is like it's out there, they only can recognize it if you feature in artists from the industry.
Yeah,
see, like Despacito, how they made example. They only recognize it. Yeah,
you only recognize it when it had a feature on Justin Bieber. Because Justin Bieber is signed to an American brand label, and as soon as he jumps on it, they'll boost it more so that they get a benefit.
Yeah,
that's why I forgot what I wanted to say. I wanted to say something, but anyway, we're just glad that BTS has a very strong army behind them,
bro. For a fact that their whole like in their live performance, they know their song word by word.
Yeah, and it's very funny for people like us to only find out about BTS recently, after they've been doing things, they've been getting billions of views. Is because why? The industry haven't been promoting them. They've been promoting themselves. And on TV, on radio. What I want to say is that majority of all of these artists that got Grammys don't deserve them. They don't deserve them. It's
honest truth. Like,
they don't deserve them. So you see an artist getting 7 Grammys, and which she doesn't deserve. Drake, why is he getting all of those Grammys?
Imagine, I think he had like 5 Grammys.
He's good.
He's
good, but not that
good. Like, honestly speaking, he's good.
Man, I don't know what's the hype about.
Yeah,
BTS, bruh, they promote fashion, good message. Vocals are there. Everything included is there.
But me, honestly,
music video quality. And it's accommodates everyone.
I understand this.
All age groups.
I want to understand
BTS is supposed to be bagging even 50 Grammys.
What do they mean by them penalizing them for language?
What language?
Because I don't understand it. There are people who sing in foreign language. I don't think it's a crime. Now they'll promote a song that's promoting vulgar language.
Despacito didn't who's this Justin Bieber jump on what is this on Latin?
Yeah.
Wasn't he speaking? I don't know. Was it Spanish?
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't penalized for that.
He wasn't penalized.
Okay, what about Crazy? It's also in English. Dynamite.
Yeah, it's in English. That's why you see. That's why every single time. That's why I understand why BTS sometimes try to put their songs in English
because to try and cut them off of excuses. And they're still bringing up different kind of excuses.
Why it doesn't mean that some it's not all old songs you should understand what they're saying. Me won't lie. I can jump the song. I don't even understand what they're saying. But depending on the song is nice. Even if they sing in Korean, it's okay.
Yeah, but
it's honestly okay.
It's normal for a person to sing in the native language.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Why they making look at a crime now? Now they're using that against them that they can't reach top 100.
When you're doing something good, there's always an enemy fighting against it. It's very sad to know that most of these people's songs, you think it's a trend. It's not a trend. It's getting paid to be played over and over. And then people will be like, oh, it's a trend. It's a trend. It's not really a trend. It's not a trend. It's being paid to be repeated over and over. For a fact that they know if BTS is played on what is this?
They will always
what I'm saying is that they know for a fact that if BTS is played on radio, on TV, they will benefit from it. But they don't want BTS to be part of their what is this circle. I don't know why.
I just feel like they don't want them because they're not benefiting at all.
They're not benefiting at all. And the thing is that I feel like they don't want a band that promotes good music unless it promotes evilness, swearing, drugs, things that will destroy the youth. Because we live in a very wicked world, and BTS is full of positivity.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a very genuine.
Yeah.
And in that industry, like music industry, it's all about wickedness.
Yeah.
So they don't want anything
that promotes
good.
Because what good about the US industry?
There's
I mean,
nothing good about
the
that.
music industry in the US. If their music videos involve naked women clapping,
It's drugs.
It's drugs, killing, alcohol, partying, and spending.
BTS is full of positivity.
I have
fighting
never,
depression and all
since
that.
I started listening to BTS, I have never seen a music video where there's women naked, shaking ass. I haven't. We're not trying to boast or try to what's
This is genuine.
It's just
fact.
Yeah.
We're speaking genuinely.
Yeah.
We're not trying to feel like we're hyping
Hyping
BTS
them, no.
or for the views
It's facts.
or anything.
I
We're
mean,
speaking
it's
facts,
facts.
like
Oh,
what
hey,
we actually see.
I can literally see
name one band that's better than BTS. There's no one. Not even an artist that's better than BTS.
There's no. Because of based on their achievements and how good they are. No, guys, these guys are just doing too much. The fact that they fight in the industry,
regardless of how individual haters are fighting against them, fandoms are fighting against them, the industry itself is fighting against them, and they still can't put them down. That's when you know you have grace.
Yeah.
That's when you know you have grace.
I mean, you're not doing something right if nobody's fighting you.
Definitely.
You're not doing something right.
And they keep breaking records after the records.
And now they're trying to put them down, yet they're still breaking
Imagine
records.
all platforms.
All streaming platforms. Besides the platforms that are posting them like Korean.
They said they want quality over quantity. Even though BTS gets billions of views and what, but they don't have quality.
What?
Have you seen the music video?
Music video itself. Oh my God!
The music video
First of all, before
positivity, bro. And you're telling me that it doesn't have quality.
Before music videos, before graphics or whatever, the BTS members themselves are quality. They don't need ad-libs. They don't need auto-tune. That's what I was looking for. They don't need auto-tune. Look at
Travis Scott.
Even Drake himself. All of them.
Catch them on live performance without remove auto tune.
I can sing like Travis Scott.
Remove auto tune. Let's see. No, just okay. Let's say now. Let's remove auto tune from the music industry. Let's see how artists gonna survive.
They will never survive. How many people are duplicating the songs on TikTok? How many people are imitating them on TikTok, bro? Because it's easy to do.
It's very easy to do.
They work very hard, and everything they have
BTS
now
is genuine. Everything. It's natural. It's raw. It's raw stuff.
Everything they have now, they deserve it, and they deserve more because they're working very hard for what they have and keep fighting. Imagine you have to work hard, then fight against haters, fight against the industry. Yo, it's too much.
BTS really deserve the flowers.
Guys, if we want to talk about BTS, we can talk about them the whole time, guys. Honestly,
no, and we're not hyping BTS. It's facts.
Because from the way we've been understanding BTS as a whole, not only based on their music or their lifestyle, we're just seeing like how positive, through their army. Guys,
now I see, and guys, sometimes I'll be like, why is like the very ARMY is very protective of our BTS, and even though we react to a few other K-pop, we'll be like, okay, no guys, sometimes we'll even see a few subscribers will go down and then go back up. I'll be like, okay, now I understand why ARMY is very overprotective, because they don't have support from any other fandom. They don't have support from the industry. All they have is ARMY. Supporting them, because without ARMY, BTS is finished.
That's why BTS counts ARMY as the 8th member.
BTS is ARMY is the 8th member of the squad. Because without ARMY, BTS will be, I don't know, slaughtered by all these
BTS
other
won't
entities
be BTS.
and everything.
There won't be nothing as like BTS without ARMY.
Because right now the industry is against them. We can
imagine
literally everyone is against.
How you cut views? How?
I never thought that was possible.
I also
on
think
YouTube,
Spotify.
All the streaming platforms.
You cut views.
Imagine Spotify introduced the reels on their app,
but they don't.
BTS was getting views. Eventually, all the reels started disappearing and everything. They start cutting them off.
The views, all the views.
Now they're not even showing them on the feed. They were no more showing them on the feed.
Yeah.
For you to see the reels, you have to search on the search bar for BTS. Then you'll see them. Like, how wicked can you be? But anyway, I just wish ARMY grows and grows bigger and bigger and bigger. We continue shaming these people.
Yeah, continue, guys.
But I know, I feel like we spoke so much, which was needed. Yeah,
and if you got this far, thank you very much.
So much.
Not everyone gets.
Makes it this far.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much.
But guys, honestly,
and that's the thing about BTS. Out of all people we've reacted to, the ARMY are the most supportive fandom.
Yeah,
and it's what we really appreciate about you guys, and we're not doing it because of the views or anything. It's because we are now part of ARMY and we support positivity and genuinely, we're not doing it.
I was really looking for something to take me away from all these ass clapping videos, drugs, because if I'm trying to promote positivity, why am I reacting to negativity?
Exactly. I mean, why am I promoting negativity?
That's why I would say our future is really in danger, especially the young ones who are coming up. It's really in danger because of the kind of music videos that they're putting out there. How does it influence? It actually influence a child's life in a huge amount,
in a very huge way.
Check, because now obviously, as an artist, you're an idol, you're an inspiration to one or two or millions of people out there. So
especially being a public figure,
and that's why the industry is not supporting them, because what they promote positivity, and that's what they don't want. They only promote things like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, promoting
why did
ass clapping,
why
promoting vulgar, promoting killing, shooting.
Everyone that promotes greatness gets silenced.
Yeah.
And it's impossible for them to silence BTS because BTS has a huge fan base, a huge fandom, a huge family behind them, supporting them, and there's no way they can do anything because they'll be. What happened to Andrew Tate?
Yeah,
he got silenced.
Yeah.
What's happening to Ryan Garcia right now? He's exposing and he's being silenced. Kanye West? What happened to Kanye West?
That's when they really cloned him,
bruh. It's no more Kanye. The real Kanye started exposing and he got taken away for a while and brought back.
Got cloned, that's why.
Bruh, everyone that speaks positivity gets silenced one way or the other, or get frustrated, or
and that's why they're too into drugs, because they can't handle what the industry is telling them to do and implanting into them, And the thing is that I see a lot of reactors overreacting. And those are not the true supporters, honestly. And I would tell you that we are reacting genuinely. As you can see,
we don't even need to tell you. You will see for yourself.
You can tell the difference between reactors. Some people are just doing it for views, and they're not even getting to the point of why they're reacting to the video. And we telling you this, that you can tell how we're reacting. We get
breaking
to the point,
breaking down to why we're so excited.
And that's why we do our research on BTS.
So we have a deep understanding.
We have a deep understanding and meaning to why we're reacting
so much, because it's nonsense that you're so hyped for something that you don't even know the meaning about.
You don't know about. And that's what a lot of reactors are doing. You're reacting to a video that you don't even know how it started and how it came about,
And what's the meaning behind it?
Yeah, what's the meaning behind it? And guys, please keep dropping these videos, because we want to know more or beyond what has to do with BTS.
Because trust me, we're curious.
We are very curious, and we're all about positivity. We're all about positivity. I don't know, I'm sure you've seen that it's been a while that we reacted to any of these funny music videos that promote negativity. Because you know why? We're all about positivity, and BTS really taught us that part of life, you know.
Yeah.
Positivity is the way.
Oh, but anyway, guys, we're speaking so much.
A lot. I don't know if y'all got this far, but thank you if you did.
Whoever did, I know 1 out of 10 will make it this far. But anyway, guys, if you made it this far, we love you so much. We'll continue talking in the next video.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget to like,
comment,
share,
subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you notify every time we drop.
Yes, sir. And please, if you got this far, just let us know in the comment that yes, I watched the whole video.
Yeah.
And if we see that comment, we'll definitely know that you watched the whole video because
we even hit you with a shout out.
Shout out to you. And shout out to also Christian. He's always requesting. Always requesting.
Support.
Shout out to you, Christian. And thank you for the support. And thank you to everyone that supports as well. So check us in the next video and we are
out of here.
Yes, sir.
Say, sir.